I was watching the Knowles show on the stylist Georgia Pendlebury's Instagram page, and the lo-fi video really struck me, not only because lo-fi technology always is rooted in this idea of nostalgia and the feelings that we associate, the positive feelings we associate with nostalgia, but I've noticed this wave where people are starting to use lo-fi technology more, and I look at all technology or all art forms with a neutral eye. They don't really have a hierarchy of standard, so I see beauty in even like a surveillance camera, but it's just something that struck me. Maybe it could be argued that it's our natural response to hypertech and new forms of imagery making with AI technology. So I naturally thought of Sharna Osborne and her practice working with lo-fi technology in her photographic practice. Her work is so precious and loaded with these feelings of nostalgia that are deeply personal. Even though we're all going to be looking at the same imagery, I find her work really jarring almost, with the intensity of color. She's definitely one of my favorite current photographers.
Once I started using this VHS camera, it kind of became an extension of drawing for me. I could combine the pastel colors that felt like kind of archaically binary and naive with imagery, and they became these new propositions for me. My kind of big break happened when Katie Grand saw my work. She kind of firstly got me to shoot a bunch of supermodels. I don't even think I understood the kind of scope of what I was walking into that day. Then she trusted me and my VHS to come along with her and shoot some stuff for Miu Miu. 3 months later, I was sharing images of my girlfriend, images of my cats, images of, nature and where I grew up with Mrs. Prada at her request to adorn her catwalk show. It was probably the most kind of intimidating but validating moment I've had. This camera kind of offers me two things: a kind of aesthetic that I enjoy, and also it allows me to interact with the subject in a really organic way, and in a way that means we can kind of build a relationship, and I can capture moments that perhaps they wouldn't give if they were kind of pausing or repetitively posing. When it comes to commercial work, people generally allow me to explore techniques I've already developed with them. So in that respect, I think I'm quite lucky that I have stubbornly stuck to using this VHS, because I think there's something really nice about people knowing my work is my work when they see it. I don't particularly have muses, but I have people that I work with again and again. Martin Rose was the first person that sort of showed me that, like, if you hold hands and you just walk together exploring, you'll land on something that you couldn't have imagined at the beginning. Christopher Kane is someone whose sort of wonderful thinking manifests these complex odd worlds that are sort of critiques on like current tropes. With Sinead O'Dwyer and Emma Mattel, always so inspiring. They give to fashion imagery something that is rare and is human and very necessary. My experience of beauty in fashion is when I feel seen or I see myself. Then all I can do is sort of strive to keep doing that.